During the transaction, I was shocked to discover that the buyer could assemble the firearm several seconds faster than me. I'm a professionally trained operative. What caught me even more off guard was that even though I deliberately messed up the aiming parameters, I was still able to accurately hit the distant bullseye. This immediately brought to mind the resignation letter I'd submitted to the organization just days earlier, along with this sudden assignment that had come out of nowhere. I was absolutely certain none of this was coincidence. But then the buyer handed the gun back to me, asking me to fire a few test rounds to check the silencer's effectiveness. Right then and there, I had the perfect opportunity to take her out. But I didn't. Instead, a much better plan started forming in my mind. The buyer was thoroughly impressed with my modified weapon. Just as she was about to pay and complete the deal, I suddenly suggested making some last-minute improvements to the components. The buyer didn't suspect a thing. Little did she know she just walked straight into my trap. On my way home, I deliberately sabotaged my car and made a detour to a repair shop. While the mechanic worked on my vehicle, I quickly gathered various car parts that would serve my purposes. Back at home, I dismantled everything and fashioned them into gun components. My goal was to create an identical replica of the weapon I'd sold. I picked up a second-hand firearm from the black market, broke it down, and reassembled it. On the surface, it looked exactly like the one I'd given the client, but I'd tampered with every single component. As an extra precaution, I even laced the bullets with mercury. Soon enough, it was time for the exchange. The buyer kept her word and paid my commission in full. As I stared at the cash in my hands, doubt crept in. What if the buyer wasn't actually a hitman sent by the organization? The next day, as my wife and I prepared to leave this dangerous place behind, I had no idea that a sniper's crosshairs were already trained on my head. When I approached to identify the shooter, I was stunned to discover it was yesterday's buyer.
Who do you work for?
This revelation confirmed everything I'd suspected. The organization was indeed hell-bent on eliminating me completely. That's when I decided to strike first.